Mm. Yo. Dead chat. I agree. What's up, Pretzel? How you doing? Thank you for 14 months. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm getting back into it fully now. I've been enjoying it again. Yeah, I meant to start earlier, but I kinda got lazy. And like 80 durability. That's actually pretty nice. True, true. Like we found a big pocket of them over here. You're welcome. How are you doing today? Excuse me, just need to drink some water. Hmm, it is unfortunate. Okay, this is a test. I see your test. Very nice. Much more acceptable levels of delay. I don't know if we'll end up finishing these 2 layers today, but we'll definitely get close if we don't. Ooh, air pocket. Potato streamer, indeed. Yeah, I love potatoes. Seeing this progress is so epic. I love epic mining gaming. Yeah, I do agree with that. It gives me a similar satisfaction as well. It's kind of a shame that I stopped for a few months. I could have made a lot of progress in that time. It's time to download all the short maps and make that dream a reality. Time to do that even more. I mean, how close are you? Excuse me. $9.5K. You should aim to do like, if you really have very little motivation, you should do like 5 or 10 a day. Literally like 20 to 30 minutes of playing. That's almost no time investment, and you would eventually reach the goal anyways. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I mean, it's up to you however you want to do it. I just think you could get it done a lot sooner than you'd realize just by doing a little bit each day. Especially because, again, it wouldn't take you very much time out of your day every day. I mean, sure, you could even do 5 clears a day, and you would still reach your goal in, what, like 50 days? Do I know how to do math? No, I don't think that's right. Is that right? Or is it like 200 days? I don't know anymore. Wait, because you're trying to do 500. Yeah, progress is progress. 100 days. That, like, that's really not that long. You would be done in like April by doing like almost nothing every day. That's the power of like small but constant progress. Mm-hmm. And of course, here's the bonus tip that you'll realize. If you dedicate yourself to doing like 5 to 10 clears every day, there's probably going to be days where you just want to play Osu so much that you will exceed that number just because you really want to play again. Like, it just builds motivation to do it that way. Especially having such a micro goal. I always found really small goals helped me have really high motivation when I did OC completion. Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, like, just literally doing it for your sake, like just doing a little bit every day, you will eventually just reach that goal. It's the only way you can't reach your goal is basically just not playing. Especially considering how close you are already. Correct. Yeah. Whatever motivates you is what you should do. That is the number one thing. It's hard to play without motivation. Like 5 clears a day would be really hard if you literally have zero desire to play. And then likewise, like 500 clears in a day is easy if you really have the motivation. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm not playing any music, so this shouldn't be a issue. Yeah, this area is very bizarre. Honestly, I probably should be picking up lapis when I see it. Trying to get rid of as much of the gravel as I can in one go. Hmm. I think I think there's an issue. I do not know. I just noticed that right now. That's not normal. Why why did I really don't think 900 people just found this interesting. I really that would be cool. I don't think that's what's happening. Hmm. Intriguing. Okay, let's see something. It's weird because like my viewer list looks normal. I don't think so. This literally just happened, so I'm confused. Hmm, very peculiar. I'm not really sure what to do about that because I am not the one doing this. Yeah, I don't know. I personally think the bots should go watch XQC or something. He really needs the viewers. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like someone just became famous. AI viewers. Oh man, could you imagine that Twitch just starts giving people fake viewers? Yeah, you never know. Maybe it is just people have all of a sudden in the last 5 minutes been like, wait, I've been missing out on this. And then they collectively just dropped in here. That's always it's not impossible. People yearn for the mines. Apparently too many people yearn for the mines. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Yeah, we need to start gatekeeping these mines. Only certain people can yearn for them. You told your friends and family. Wow, yeah, you must have a Mormon family. Because my God. Alright. Let me see if I can do something about that real quick. Because also I'm just curious as to why. I do not understand. Like, I didn't get raided or anything, right? I swear no one did anything like that. Huh. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can really do, especially if it's not like follow botting. Follow botting I know is something you can deal with in the moment, but view botting I'm not really sure. I'm not actually on front page, am I? I'd be so confused if that's actually the case. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make any sense. It's getting normal again. Okay. Very strange. I just don't want it to happen for too long, because, like, then people will start coming in here and being like, what is this? Are we back to normal? I fell off. Everyone hates mining again. GG. That was really bizarre. Actually, I do want to check one more thing before I focus up on digging again. I wasn't even showing up top. Yeah, like, that's why I was confused, because, like, also no one came in here or anything. So I assume no one was even finding the stream. So weird. Okay, let me check one more thing before I fully focus again. Gameplay time. What is this emote? This is real. Okay, but let me see if this actually affected my viewership in my stream at all. What? Dude, it shows in like the stats. It's really weird. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I get the website's not even loading for me right now anyways. That's really bizarre. Okay. Uh Very weird, and also I didn't even make $1 trillion of AdSense through that anyways. So I think we're fine. Like, we didn't somehow accidentally get botted and make money and then Twitch gets mad and I die. I guess that's the benefit of me setting my stream to have the minimal ads possible. Yeah, 1,000 people were like, wait, this isn't lemon. This isn't felon. They were actually looking for the felon. I can't wait to get an email later today being like, wow, your viewership went up 5,000% today. Good job. Because every time I end my stream, I get like an email saying like, your viewership went up like 101% today or something like that. No, but for like partnership, you actually need consistent viewers. That's why I didn't get like partnership from doing the OSU completion stream, because like that was just one time that I had like 3,000 viewers. If I averaged like 200 viewers, I'm pretty sure I could become a partner. I don't actually remember what the requirement is, but it's something like that. It could be 50. It just might need to be like a really consistent 50, you know? Like over a long time. 75. I wouldn't doubt that they've made it more difficult. You know what I could do? I could do the Willy method to get free viewers to get partner. It's just I would hate doing profile reviews for like 1 to 2 months straight. That sounds like torture. I still can't believe Willy did that to himself. Like, I don't think partnership is worth it if you have to do it that way. And that's not to like disrespect him. I think he deserved it. It's just like I could never do it that way. I don't want to do profile reviews. It's funny though, the like few times I ever did profile reviews, it works. It's literally a free viewer like printing machine. You literally just constantly get viewers when you do profile reviews. Especially if you like actually have like if you're like a decently ranked player too, or decently like known player, because people will value your opinion higher than really that they should. I think the market on profile reviews has been dry lately. Maybe it's time for me to start production on profile reviews and capitalize on this. I should just try that after I finish mining today. I should just see what happens. I'm not going to actually do this. I I I I hated doing profile reviews because really, for me, it just boils down to, okay, these are your top plays. Good job. Or, wow, you are terrible at OSU. Or, you don't have a lot of rank score. Get to work on that, buddy. That's what I feel like I would just be saying the whole time. I can't be bothered to like actually go in depth on a person's profile. But if I do really mean, you are the worst player I've ever seen in my life, Honk. You have not even set a 1000 performance play in 5 hours of playtime. You are genuinely worthless, and you should never succeed in life. I think that's a good profile review. Psyche reviews. What if I just became an Osu therapist? Like, instead of helping people grind out, like, their skill level, I help them with just accepting the fact that they are not going to become the best Osu player ever. And give them a therapy session about it. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. Your top play is Honesty Nomad. I really don't think you're going to be setting any 2,000 performance points play in your life. I think you've reached your skill cap. Yeah, being an aim farmer is basically the equivalent of becoming a heroin user later in life. Oh, I read that wrong. I thought you said tech is AIDS. My brain filled that in as that. And honestly, it still makes sense. To me, at least. Magma blocks. I'm not listening to Ken Carson. You should not listen. You're right. This is much better. This is chunk mining if I was plasma. Wow, what happens when you buy a property in Egypt, Tonk? Can you please explain? Again, I really think that is your comfort video. That helps you sleep at night. Instagram Reels is your sleep noisemaker machine. Carson. Ken Carson and Instagram Reels just sounds like a recipe for melting a brain as quickly as possible. Your brain is going to reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. Interesting. I don't want to deal with that right now. Ouch. Do not consume dihydrogen monoxide. It is very poisonous for you. Speaking of which, let me consume some real quick. What they do for you is they give you the Egypt. Oh, hey. What has that guy even been up to? Does he still exist? Yeah, that's completely fair and agreeable. We do not need to hear from him. Oh boy. No, but if he doesn't take his meds, he's a genius, obviously. It's clearly working out really well for him. me when I shoot a gun. Bang! What's up, Gary? How you doing? I'm good. I had potato wedges today, so that made my day better. Love those things. Kind of a lazy day for me. Like, I wanted to stream earlier, but got lazy. But otherwise, good day. It's not a work day, so... GG. Time to get back to studying, buddy. It's okay. I don't think I ever learned how to actually study. I never really struggled with school, like, information-wise. Studying didn't, like, I didn't really do that. But of course, like, high school is not very difficult anyways, so... It's different when you're in college slash university. I mean, like, the only times I would ever study is, like, just when it's, like, stuff I have to, like, memorize. And that's about it. And at least, like, the easiest way for me to do that quickly was just, like, I think writing it down is what I used to do. And that would just absorb it into my brain very quickly. Yeah, I think memorization is not really helpful. Especially because not everyone can memorize things easily. The better way to actually test someone is give them the tools that they would realistically use to try and answer the questions that you are asking, and let them figure out how to actually get to the answer, essentially. Or if it's like, I mean, if it's like dates and stuff, it's like, I feel like that's not important enough most of the time. There's not really that many subjects where you need exact dates or names for things to matter. It matters more if you can actually explain the like what, who, when, where, why of something. So I guess a better example that I'm thinking of in my head is like if you're in like a history class, a bad question would be like, when did XYZ war or event happen? And then you just have to write down or bubble in an answer. Instead, a good question would be like, okay, this event happened on this day or in this year. Can you explain why this happened? And you just write like a short answer that basically explains why something happened. Because I feel like that's a lot more useful for a person than, like, when did something happen? Because it's not really important, honestly, to know when exactly World War II happened. It's more important to understand how did it happen, why did it happen, for what reasons, and what led to it, and what concluded it, you know? That's the stuff you need to focus more on. I feel like it wasn't always an issue, like especially through high school. We would have tests that were more like that. But knowing exact dates is not useful. Because, first of all, dates are arbitrary anyways. We literally made them up. Like, the date literally just depends on the calendar system you subscribe to. It's just like, it's far more important to understand why something happened and what happened rather than when did it happen. The only time that you really need to know when something happened is for a very specific event. Like, you were trying to get the exact details of what happened on a particular day. Like, if an accident or a attack or a crisis happens, that's when you want to know exactly when something happened. And especially at what time in the day, or, something to that effect. That's when time matters more. Well, no, I disagree with that, because a lot of really terrible and important things happened well before I was born. Like, I think it would be a detriment to society to not understand tragedies of the 20th century. Or even tragedies of the 21st century if you were really young, you know? Because if you don't learn about that kind of stuff, it can really kind of just it can lead to bad places. But yeah, I mean, in general, I feel like the education system in my country is not very good. Especially after I left, I've heard that it's only gotten way worse, and that students are basically just not learning anymore. So, some blame can be put on the kids themselves, but I feel like most of the blame is just like I I feel like controversial opinion, a lot of blame could be put on parents. But I also think the education system itself is not adapted to the needs of the kids of today to actually learn properly. Most parents suck. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I agree, but I know that in my case I can certainly say that they did not always help me in the ways that they could have or should have. And it's just really a shame when it's like you're kind of put into a system that you're kind of destined to fail through. Oh yeah, I mean my family didn't prepare me for college at all, and that's why I stopped going because I had no idea what I was doing, and also like it just wasn't worth my time or money to go in that moment. My mom's advice was basically become a doctor or engineer, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. I don't have any interest in those things, so what should I do then? And then my mom is like, you should be a doctor or engineer. And it's like, yeah, well, yeah. That's that's about as much support and help as I got. So you can see kind of why I stopped bothering. I literally have no interest in being either of those things. Yeah, that's always great. I don't know. It's just the very few interests I do have, I was basically told that I'm not allowed to enjoy them, so now I just don't have any career that matches my interests because of that. So, it's just like, well, thank you for setting up my future this way. And at this point, I don't really plan on going to college for any reason. Especially considering that college has only gotten more expensive since I left. Like, it just costs way too much. Loki, I didn't even know that that is a degree. But no, that does not sound like a degree that pays money. That sounds like the kind of degree that you spend $100,000 on getting, and in return you get $10 from Spotify. And that's all the money you make. Yeah, I mean, I've not really heard very many good stories from the music industry. I've heard that it's very you get exploited very easily in that one, in that industry. I hope it's living up to those tags. Was hoping placing a bed works. Okay. I don't think I've ever tried blocking off a water source with a bed. My bed is soaked now, though, so... You have been accepted to Hamburger University, Honk. Congratulations. I should start paywalling my chunk mining information. Everyone would love that. I should paywall the chunk mining VODs. You have to pay to see it not live. Even though that's completely pointless. Yeah, there is. You can actually do that. Yeah, that's a good use of your time instead of studying. You should get on to all of One Piece. I have never watched or read One Piece ever, so 0. I don't know if it's evident, but I don't watch anime at all. Thank you, follow. It's not even that I really hate anime, it's more just like I don't really watch TV shows in general, and anything I do watch would be something like my girlfriend wants to watch with me, and that's not really anime. I'm just not really a media consumer in general. Yeah. It's not even just anime, it's like all media. Like if you've ever like I've had people ask me, "Oh, have you seen this?" I'm like, "Nope." It's just like, okay, you do not consume. This is the way. Yeah, I've heard that One Piece is very, very long. And that's definitely, on the one hand, because I like long tasks, that does sound interesting to watch to me for that reason. But like, I just, I don't care enough. How are the potato wedges? They were awesome. I got 1.1 pound of potato wedges for like 238 from Winco. It was great. Grocery store if you don't know what Winco is. It was a delicious big lunch. Yeah, you'd have to be doing the thing that like score farmers do, which is set a number of clears they get every day. But instead of clears on Osu, it's number of episodes of One Piece watched a day. You'd become a One Piece farmer. I don't think you should watch something that long in that short of a time, unless you know you can do it. So I'm gonna drink water real quick. Yeah, the only media I consume is just socialist and communist propaganda. My favorite. Free healthcare is communist. Socialist is terrible. So let's see if we get any chickens. Okay. We only got one. And I'm just gonna save the one egg in my inventory to be able to pick them up as I go. Eventually, we'll probably end up having a lot of chickens down here if I keep doing that. See, there you go. And I bet it wasn't even that hard to do. Mhm. You know what would make clears go even faster? You pick and choose the songs that you like the most, so that way it feels even less like a chore. Since you're not doing full completion anyways. Yeah. Toho only. You could probably get very far into 10,000 clears with Toho only. I personally don't think you should watch something that's 17 days long in 5 months. That's a lot of commitment. That sounds like a great way to burn out. Unless you really like it. I mean, how many hours a day would that be then? Because to me, that sounds like 2 to 3 hours every day, if not more. Yeah, that could be quite a lot. Breaking news, there's still cobblestone. Even more breaking news, there is bedrock. Yeah, and see that's the thing. You really have to enjoy it to want it. And see, here's the thing. Because it's also like a story, I feel like you're not really gonna actually be able to absorb it all in that short of a time frame. That would be a lot of information to absorb in that little time. I mean, I'm pretty sure not all of the episodes are like literally lore episodes, obviously. I do know that filler exists, especially with very long running TV shows. But I still think it would be a lot of effort. I think Usu 420 is not going to live the longest and healthiest life from what I've seen. In my opinion, I still think Usu 420 is doing completion the wrong way. If you can even find a wrong way to do it. Pushing your like physical and mental that hard for that long is just not like to me I could never tell someone to do that. And there's no way that it can actually be enjoyable to do that. I wouldn't call Usu 420 lazy. I don't think that's the right word. I think he's literally just stalling. I mean, I would say he just embodies the worst aspects of Osu completion in certain regards. Like one, I don't think you should be purposefully playing for more than 24 hours consistently for months on end. That's like ridiculous. Like it's not even like impressive, it's concerning. I did a 24-hour session successfully once, and it was not enjoyable. I don't know. Personally, I'm not gonna say that he doesn't deserve like completionist or whatever. I feel like I would be too elitist to say something like that because it's a very arbitrary thing anyways. But I do think that the way he's done it, or and currently doing it, is just not in the spirit that I think is correct for a completionist. There's being dedicated, and then there's just that. No. Yeah, and I don't even mean like the D ranks. He does that in other game modes anyways, which I don't care about. It's not necessarily that. It's more just like the absolute amount of time he's put into a short time frame is just not healthy at all. But I also do wish that he tried harder on individual scores. Like obviously like completion doesn't matter in like, or how do I say it? Individual scores don't matter for the act of completion, but I feel like every completionist in like 99.9% of maps tried as well as they could. Of course, that can still be argued. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Because he literally exhausted himself to like a frankly ridiculous level, in my opinion. That's why he can't submit the best scores that I think he possibly could on most maps. Because he literally just pushes himself way too hard in terms of just raw, like, time played. And also, this is like a lesser point, but I mean, he literally has like no actual personality. There's nothing for me to actually grab onto. Being mysterious is one thing, but there's not like an actual personality too. So it's also just hard to connect in any way regardless. Sure, in a literal sense, it's not invalid. But I personally will not view it in the same way that I view other completionists because I can't respect someone basically harming themselves just for Osu. Especially like doing it that long or that consistently. And I feel like it's really hard to argue against that it's done no harm. Yeah. And that's my biggest gripe against that type of completion. Like, for me to feel like it's not really completion. It's just like, I don't think I should be highlighting someone who has done that much, like, visible harm over that period of time to themselves. So I guess the best way to summarize what I'm saying, since I'm about to finish digging for the day, is that basically, in a literal sense, he does deserve like completionist as like a title or whatever when he actually finally stops stalling. But I do think in spirit he is not a real completionist because he did not pace himself in a way that didn't like harm his body very badly. Like, there is no way that it's not had repercussions on him as a person. Assuming he's a real person, obviously. The jury is still not out on that. We could still be facing AI, you never know, but truthfully, like I just can't respect someone who is pretty much made Osu completion into a dangerous game for themselves. I don't really care how mysterious or interesting this person is. It's very hard for me to, like, just see someone do that to themselves when I know that completion is meant to be fun. There is no fun to be had playing for like 3, 4 days straight. Yeah, I mean, personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't give the badge, but I feel like I can't be the one to make that judgment call because that would be very, very biased, I think. And yeah, like I'm still kind of torn because like I mean completion is completion, you know? But it's also just like it to me it does devalue things a little bit seeing someone do it in a way that I just personally don't like. There's no way that it's fun. No one enjoys playing video games to that level for that length of time. The only times people do that is when they're truly addicted. And being addicted doesn't mean you're having fun. Trust me on that. Yeah, but I feel like the way they would choose to say what completion is like enough to warrant like us not being completionists either somehow. But I feel like when you reach the point where Peppy has to message you in game to go to sleep, I feel like that kind of voids like it kind of voids like the interest I have in seeing you complete something. I personally have never had Peppy tell me to go to sleep. Yeah, yeah, you were so good at not overdoing completion that he didn't even notice you. Although I don't think it's Peppy who makes the call on that anyways, but still, that is funny regardless. Yeah, it's possible. You played a 30-hour session, Peppy did not care. I'm sorry to say it, but Ursu 420 is usually doing a 30-hour session every day. So, in comparison, you need to start playing 30 hours a day every day. It's so easy. Going to sleep. Yeah, I'm done digging for today, so good timing. I put in my 2 hours today. I mean, People thought I was insane when I did my like 16 to 24 hour sessions. But in retrospect now, no one cares. But yeah, talking about pacing myself. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna play this for longer than I want to. I feel like 2 hours is a good session. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Probably start my stream around this time tomorrow since I'm going back to work tomorrow.